What's up, everyone? Eli here. I'm back for another van video. No, I'm not trying to look too cool for school, but it is really fucking sunny out today. This is like kind of the beginning of our nice weather for the year, and it's been fucking pretty amazing. Anyways, I'm starting a new series, I guess you could call it. I hate using terms like that to make this channel sound, more serious than it really is. But anyways, we'll call it a series. It's something I've been planning on doing for quite a while, actually, maybe almost since the beginning of this channel, in where I am going to order or buy or whatever. I'm going to acquire a classic album, at least an album that I very much consider classic that I've never owned, and I'm going to order it. And I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to show it and all that shit. I may not spend a whole lot of time talking about it because, I may or may not be super duper familiar with it. I'm probably not going to go research it. I'm not going to go get a bunch of facts and memorize them or write them down or whatever. Maybe in the future, but I didn't do that today. So anyways, in addition to that, to said classic, I also have 2 CDs that I acquired in a trade. So I'm just going to show them today and get those out of the way. One fell swoop. So we'll talk about those first. Starting with a band I've always liked. I very much like. Rarely do I think they're amazing. God damn it. I'm using my phone in here and it just keeps sliding around. Rarely do I think they're amazing, but usually do I think they're pretty good. And I've just always liked them. Maybe it's because I got into them early on. You know how it goes. We're talking about Belgium's best known black metal band, Enthroned, with the Apocalypse Manifesto. I don't know how the glare is with the sunglasses. I can't really see either. So many fans consider this one of their best albums, possibly their best album after their first 2. I've never heard it, I don't think. So I have it now, and I can listen to it. Once again, if there's glare and you can't see it, I'm sorry. I got sunglasses on. I can't see anything. This might be my last van video for a while. Anyways, this came out on Blackened Records back in '99. Like I said, a lot of the diehard Enthroned fans have a lot of good to say about this album. So picked it up in a trade. I didn't really seek it out or anything, but I'm glad to have it. Next, a band that almost all of you love. This band is so fucking loved. There have been times where I've questioned that. I've questioned whether or not I thought they were overrated. Not that it fucking matters. We got better things to do with our time than think about shit like that. But when you listen to a lot of metal and you see a lot of opinions, shit crosses your mind. But my ultimate opinion is no, I don't think this band is overrated. I am not quite sure why they're so popular, but I as well, I think they're fucking awesome. We got Archgoat, the Apocalyptic Triumphator. I was going to call it the same thing as that fucking Enthroned album. This came out on a Demeter Morty, which I didn't know was a label they were signed to. So that's cool. Slipcase, nice Christoph Moyen artwork, of course. I don't know why I pulled that off because it's literally the same thing underneath. But it's a nice slipcase. Don't get me wrong. I like it. So yeah, I have the Light Devouring Darkness. I've had that for years since it came out. Probably, I want to say well over 10 years ago. I don't remember for sure. But that's the only album I ever had from them. Always loved it. Always wanted to get more Archgoat. I don't know. I just never pulled the trigger on getting more. I always felt like the young, extreme metal fans, like Canyon Bickle and guys like that, or when they were getting into metal, a couple years back. Not to single him out or anything, but I just felt like that category of metal fans were just always blabbering on about this fucking band. Them and Revenge. Constantly. They all have Revenge shirts. They all have Archgoat shirts. And Revenge I'm not so much a fan of. I like them. I think they're all right. I don't love them by any means. But Archgoat I think are quite different. They're not comparable to Revenge at all. Archgoat I think are pretty fucking awesome and deserve their kind of accumulating status, if you will. I don't know. I don't English very well, but I'm really happy to have more Archgoat. That's all I could have really said. Already getting thirsty. I don't know if you guys have this shit where you live, but I love it. It's made in some Asian country. I can't read it. Mr. Brown. It's in this like short little stubby can. They're good, man. It's a nice coffee. Basically, it's it's weird. It kind of reminds me of this fucking cereal my mom used to get me when I was a kid. And like when you would eat all the cereal and you would just have milk left. This fucking kind of tastes like that. It's weird. It's really weird, but it's good. It's good. It's good coffee shit. And I'm usually a hot coffee guy too, but I like it. So, anyways, classic we are going to talk about. I should have made it that Mayhem album that I showed recently because, well, that would have been a great start. But this is also a great start. An album I've always liked. I've heard it dozens of times. Don't get me wrong. I'm not new to this album by any means. I've just never owned it. I've had it on my computer or on a burnt copy or on my iPod or something like that, or I listened to it online. And why I wait, it's honestly one of my favorite black metal albums. And why I've waited this long to get it, I have no answer for that. Just because I don't know. There's no excuse. Anyways, this is the Spine Farm Records version. It's not an original pressing. That came out on what? That came out on Turbo Music? I can't remember. And to be honest, I don't even remember what year this was originally released. 92, 93, 94, 95. I don't know. I don't claim to be an expert on this shit, especially with years and stuff like that. But anyways, this is considered by some to be the debut full length by this band. I don't really consider it that, because technically their first album was a compilation. But I've always considered it their first album. So I've always considered this their second album. I don't know how you guys feel. But anyways, we are talking about Finland's best black metal band ever, Vaaaaaan, Drawing Down the Moon. Best black metal band out of Finland, and one of the best black metal albums of all time. That's just my opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it, although I think most of you will. I also love Impaled Nazarene. Fucking love them. But Vaaaaaan are a completely different animal. This is evil, atmospheric black metal at its best. Just satanic, so evil. Most bands since this have not touched this level of darkness and this just ritualistic droning hatred. This album is just in a league of its own. I can't compare anything in black metal before this. Nothing sounds like this from before, certainly. And honestly, I don't think personally anything really sounds like this after. And that's what makes it, such a classic. I mean, this album stands apart even in its own discography. This album of its band, the Vaaaaaan discography. The Oath of Black Blood material that came out before this was far different. I mean, yeah, there are still quite a few of those elements on here, but Oath of Black Blood was just primal black death metal filth, basically almost spawning an entire subgenre. And like I said, there is still some of that to be found on here, but this is a more refined, and they definitely had more of a direction on this. I feel, like I said, with Oath of Black Blood, I feel like they were, they were kids, man. They were gathering their bearings. They were becoming something. But with Drawing Down the Moon, they knew what they wanted to be. They knew what they were, and they made it happen. Their comeback album from 10 years ago or so, Engram, also really fucking good. Easily one of the best black metal comeback albums ever. I do hear people talk about it sometimes. Not that much though. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I thought it was fucking incredible. Engram, I don't have that either. God damn, dude. Need to get that one as well because it is awesome. Engram, similar elements, I believe, to this album, even though, 20 plus years later. Similar to this album, but even still unique in its own right. But anyways, Drawing Down the Moon, Vaaaaaan, one of the best black metal albums ever. Deserving of its cult status. Absolutely, there's no questioning that. Just phenomenal. You have to have it. I'm almost embarrassed to admit that I didn't own this up until a week or two ago. But why lie about shit? I'm not a pretentious motherfucker. So, anyways, I have it now, and I'm insanely happy to have this, as well as with that Mayhem album. With having these two in my collection, fucking finally after all these years, feels good. So anyways, talk about these 3 if you would like. How do you feel about them? Whatever. You can give me your opinion. You don't have to like mine. I don't have to like yours, though I will respect it. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm probably, honestly, I know I've said this a lot in the past, but probably not going to have a lot of new stuff coming in the the next month or so. But I'll probably get back to my collection videos and maybe even my horror DVD videos, as I've kind of fallen behind with those anyways. So that'll be nice. This is another short video. Short videos, when I do them, they don't tend to go over all that well, but that's not why I make videos. I don't do this for, I've said it a million times, and I think I made it, I make it pretty obvious. I don't do this for popularity or subscriber counts or anything like that. I'm very happy with the amount of subscribers and the amount of commenters that I have. If I got 50 to 100 comments on every video, I think I would really struggle because I like to reply to all of them. I think I definitely do that. I hope I don't let some slip past every now and then, but I might. But anyways, that's all. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for stopping by, all right? Louis says hi. He's right here. Cheers.